If you've been tempted to buy a metabolism booster because your energy feels lower, the scale won't budge, or fat seems harder to lose after 60, I want you to pause for a moment and really listen to what I'm about to share, because there's a very good chance you're not failing. You're being sold a story that sounds scientific but doesn't hold up in real life. Everywhere you look, there's a new promise. Fat-burning pills, metabolism teas, green coffee extracts, spicy supplements that claim they'll ignite your metabolism while you sleep. And the message behind all of them is subtle but powerful. Your metabolism is broken because you're aging. That belief alone fuels a multi-billion-dollar industry. Today, we're going to dismantle that belief using real clinical science, not influencer claims, not marketing buzzwords, and I'm going to show you the one thing that actually increases metabolic rate in adults over 60. No supplements, no gimmicks, and no blaming your age. Let's start with the myth that keeps the metabolism industry alive. You've probably heard about what I call micro boosts. Green tea, capsaicin from spicy foods, cold exposure, apple cider vinegar. The claim is always the same: this speeds up your metabolism. And here's the part most people don't expect: they're not completely lying. Multiple studies show that these interventions do slightly increase metabolic rate. For example, green tea catechins have been shown to raise energy expenditure by a small amount, and capsaicin can temporarily increase thermogenesis. But here's the critical detail that never makes it into the marketing. A 2012 review published in Obesity Reviews looked at thermogenic compounds like caffeine and capsaicin. The researchers found that the increase in calorie burn was small, short-lived, and not clinically meaningful for fat loss. We're talking about a 1 to 3% increase in energy expenditure, lasting minutes to maybe an hour. In practical terms, that's the equivalent of burning half a grape. Not half a bowl of grapes, not even one grape, half of one single grape. So yes, it's measurable in a lab, but for real-world fat loss, especially after 60, it's just irrelevant. This is how the industry survives. They take something that works on paper, exaggerate it into something that sounds powerful, and sell it as the missing solution. Meanwhile, the real reason metabolism feels slower is never addressed. And this is where the science gets interesting. For decades, we've been told that metabolism steadily declines with age, that after 40 or 50, it's all downhill. But a landmark 2021 study published in Science by Poncer and colleagues changed that narrative. Researchers analyzed metabolic data from over 6,400 people, ranging from infancy to old age. What they found surprised a lot of people. After early adulthood, metabolism remains remarkably stable, all the way until about age 60. Let that sink in. Your metabolism is not slowly collapsing every decade. So, if metabolism isn't dramatically slowing, why does weight gain feel harder after 50 or 60? The answer isn't age, it's muscle. Stay with me here. As we get older, we naturally lose muscle unless we actively protect it. This process, and we've talked about it before, is called sarcopenia, and it's one of the most powerful drivers of metabolic decline. Research published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle shows that adults can lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade after age 30, with the rate accelerating after 60. Muscle is metabolically expensive tissue. Even at rest, muscle burns calories just to exist. Fat tissue does not. So when muscle mass declines, your resting energy expenditure drops even if you're eating the same way you always have. Nothing is broken, you're just running a smaller, less optimal engine. This explains why so many people say, "I don't eat much, but I keep gaining weight." It's not that your body is broken, it's that the engine quietly shrank. And here's what matters most for adults over 60. Muscle loss accelerates when two things are missing: adequate protein and resistance training. This is where metabolism supplements completely miss the mark. No pill builds muscle. No tea preserves muscle. No metabolism booster reverses sarcopenia. So let's talk about what actually works, and we'll start with protein. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to protein. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults require significantly more protein per meal than younger adults to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Small amounts sprinkled throughout the day simply don't send a strong enough signal anymore. For most adults over 60, research suggests 25 to 35 grams of high-quality protein per meal is needed to effectively stimulate muscle repair and maintenance. Not per day, per meal. This is where many people unintentionally sabotage their metabolism. A piece of toast and coffee for breakfast doesn't stimulate muscle. A light salad with a few beans doesn't either. But eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, fish, chicken, tofu, or lean beef do. Protein also has the highest thermic effect of food. According to research published in the Journal of Nutrition, the body burns 20 to 30% of protein calories just digesting it, compared to far less for carbs or fat. That's a real metabolic advantage, not a supplement claim. Now let's talk about the second piece, resistance training. And before you picture heavy weights or gym intimidation, let's redefine it. Resistance training simply tells your muscles you are still needed. That can mean resistance bands, light dumbbells, body weight movements, slow sit to stands from a chair. A 2017 study in sports medicine found that resistance training in older adults significantly improved muscle mass, strength, and resting metabolic rate, even when done just 2 or 3 times per week. Cardio burns calories today. Resistance training builds the engine that burns calories tomorrow. For adults over 60, this isn't about aesthetics. It's about preserving strength, balance, independence, insulin sensitivity, and metabolic health. When you combine adequate protein with resistance training, you're addressing the root cause of metabolic decline, not chasing tiny temporary boosts. So, let's put this together. Metabolism boosters target minor, short-lived effects. Muscle preservation changes your baseline metabolism. One is a distraction, the other is a solution. Here's the bottom line. Don't buy the pill. Buy the groceries. Build the engine. Your metabolism isn't broken. It's underfueled and undertrained. If this helped you see metabolism differently, like the video, subscribe to Modern Wellness Lab, and share it with someone who's tired of wasting money on false promises. Be on the lookout for our next video where we take this one step further and talk about metabolic eating specifics, what to eat, how to structure meals, and why, when, and how you eat matters more after 60 than calories ever did. If you've been doing all the right things and still feel stuck, that video will connect the dots between protein, blood sugar, muscle preservation, and real-world meals you can actually enjoy. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it, because this is where everything we talked about today finally comes together. And as always, this content is for educational purposes only and not medical advice. Talk to your healthcare provider before making changes to your diet or exercise routine. Your body isn't failing you. It's waiting for the right signal.